Humans were an enigma among the galaxy's many species. The Interstellar Federation, a coalition of sentient beings dedicated to peaceful coexistence, often whispered tales about Earth, or, as it was colloquially known, the Deathworld. Most regarded the nickname as exaggerated, a hyperbolic misrepresentation of humanity's home planet. Yet the whispers persisted, carried from one alien diplomat to another, each adding their own layer of intrigue. Few outside humanity truly understood the reason behind Earth's ominous reputation. That changed when a Zilvian student named Rael TK attended an interspecies symposium at the Galactic Academy. Rael TK was a curious soul, always seeking knowledge about the myriad species populating the galaxy. The humans fascinated him in particular. They appeared so unassuming with their fleshy, hair-covered bodies, average intelligence, and generally cooperative demeanor. To the casual observer, humans seemed harmless. But Rael TK's keen sense of intuition told him otherwise. There was something about their gaze, an unsettling mix of curiosity and determination, that hinted at depths untapped by most beings. When he heard that a human student, Aaron Calloway, was giving a presentation about Earth, he seized the opportunity. The auditorium buzzed with excitement as representatives from dozens of species gathered to hear the humans speak. Aaron was young, perhaps in her early 20s, with an easy smile and an air of confidence. She adjusted her microphone and began. "Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. Today, I'm going to explain why Earth is classified as a death world." A collective hush fell over the crowd. Aaron's statement hung in the air like a challenge. Rael TK's antennae twitched with anticipation. Humans rarely spoke openly about their planet's reputation, and he suspected this presentation would reveal more than Aaron intended. To understand why Earth is considered a death world, Aaron continued, "You first need to understand what a death world is. By definition, it's a planet where the environment is so hostile that most sentient species would find survival nearly impossible. Earth fits this definition perfectly. Let's start with the basics. Gravity." She gestured to a holographic display that showed Earth's gravity in comparison to other Federation planets. Earth's gravity is higher than the galactic average. This means everything on our planet is under constant strain. From the moment we're born, our bodies adapt to this intense pull. It's why human muscles and bones are denser than most species. Our very biology is shaped by the need to endure. A murmur rippled through the audience. Rael TK noted the uneasy shifting of many attendees. The Zilvian's own planet had a gravity half that of Earth's. He couldn't imagine enduring such crushing weight for a lifetime. "Then there's the weather," Aaron said, her tone light but her words heavy. "Earth's climate is unpredictable, to put it mildly. We have hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanic eruptions, droughts, floods, and wildfires. Sometimes these events happen simultaneously in different parts of the world. And yet we've adapted. We build structures to withstand the winds, devise systems to predict disasters, and find ways to recover when nature inevitably wins." The holographic display shifted to images of Earth's most devastating natural disasters. Gasps echoed throughout the room. Aaron let the images linger before moving on. "Let's talk about biology," she said, her voice steady despite the weight of her words. "Earth's ecosystems are competitive and violent. Predators and prey engage in constant battles for survival. There are microorganisms capable of killing a human within hours, parasites that can hijack bodies, plants that poison, animals that sting, and insects that spread disease. On Earth, survival isn't guaranteed. It's earned." Rael TK's mandibles clicked in alarm. His own world's flora and fauna were relatively tame. Even the most dangerous creatures posed little threat compared to what Aaron described. He couldn't fathom living in a place where death lurked around every corner. Erin's expression softened, but her voice carried a note of pride. Despite these challenges, or perhaps because of them, humans have thrived. We've learned to use Earth's dangers to our advantage. We harness fire, tame animals, and turn toxic plants into medicine. Our resilience isn't just physical. It's mental. When faced with insurmountable odds, we adapt. When we fail, we learn. And when we're threatened, we fight back. Her words hung in the air, heavy with implication. The audience was captivated, their attention riveted on the unassuming human who spoke with such conviction. Erin took a deep breath before continuing. "There's one more thing you need to understand about Earth," she said, her tone somber. "It's not just the planet that's dangerous. It's us." The room fell silent. Even the ambient hum of the auditorium seemed to fade. Erin's gaze swept over the crowd, her eyes piercing and unyielding. Humans are products of our environment. We've been shaped by a world that's unforgiving, and we've become something to match. Our history is filled with conflict, not because we enjoy it, but because survival often demanded it. We've fought predators, each other, and even nature itself. And in doing so, we've become masters of adaptation and innovation. We're problem solvers, driven by a relentless will to overcome. She paused, letting her words sink in. But that's not what makes us dangerous. What makes us truly dangerous is our imagination. We don't just see the world as it is, we see what it could be, and we'll do whatever it takes to bridge the gap. Sometimes that leads to incredible achievements. Other times, it leads to destruction. Erin's voice faltered for the first time, a hint of sorrow seeping through her confident facade. We're not proud of everything we've done. Wars, exploitation, environmental damage. These are the shadows of our ambition. But we're trying to learn to grow beyond our past. That's why we joined the Interstellar Federation. Not because we're perfect, but because we want to be better. Rael TK felt a strange mix of admiration and unease. Erin's honesty was disarming, her words a raw reflection of humanity's duality. The Zilvian had always viewed his own species as peaceful and harmonious, but he couldn't help but wonder if such harmony came at the cost of stagnation. Humanity's capacity for both creation and destruction was unlike anything he'd encountered. It was terrifying and inspiring. Erin finished her presentation with a simple statement. Earth is a death world, but it's also our home. Its challenges have made us who we are. And while we may never escape its shadows, we're determined to reach for its light. Thank you. The audience erupted into applause, a cacophony of clapping, clicking, and other species-specific gestures of appreciation. Erin stepped back, her expression a mix of relief and pride. As the crowd began to disperse, Rael TK found himself approaching her. "That was enlightening," he said, his translator conveying the nuances of his admiration. "You spoke with great honesty. It was unexpected." Erin smiled, her eyes twinkling with curiosity. "Thank you. I figured if anyone's going to understand us, they need the whole truth, even the messy parts." Rael TK's antennae twitched thoughtfully. "Your people are unique. I can see why some find you unsettling." She laughed, a sound that seemed out of place given the weight of their conversation. "We're not so bad once you get to know us. Just don't sneak up on us. That's a bad idea." Rael TK tilted his head, intrigued by her humor. "Why?" Her smile widened, but her eyes held a glint of something that made his exoskeleton itch. "Because we're from a death world, and we've learned to survive." As Rael TK walked away, her words echoed in his mind. Humans were indeed products of their environment, shaped by a world that demanded resilience, creativity, and determination. They were a paradox. Fragile yet unbreakable, peaceful yet prepared for war. The Zilvian student couldn't decide whether to fear them or admire them. Perhaps both. In the days that followed, the symposium buzzed with discussions about Aaron's presentation. Some species expressed newfound respect for humans, while others voiced concern about their potential for destruction. RailTK, however, saw them in a different light. They were not defined by their planet's dangers, but by their response to them. Earth was a death world, but its people were survivors. And in a galaxy filled with uncertainty, that might just make them the most valuable allies of all. Months passed since the symposium, and RailTK found himself assigned to a joint Federation task force, one that included humans. Aaron was among them, and her presence was both a comfort and a challenge. The team's mission was to explore an uncharted planet suspected of harboring valuable resources. The planet, designated KZ-117, exhibited Deathworld-like traits: volatile weather, predatory fauna, and toxic vegetation. As their ship descended onto KZ-117's surface, RailTK marveled at how the humans' demeanor shifted. They were calm, focused, and, above all, prepared. Aaron led her team with confidence, her voice steady as she issued commands. Stay alert, stick to your training, and remember, we're here to work with this environment, not against it. The mission was fraught with challenges. A sudden storm forced the team to seek shelter in a cave. Carnivorous plants claimed one of their drones. Yet, through it all, the humans adapted. Aaron's ingenuity turned a hostile landscape into a series of solvable puzzles. RailTK observed in awe as she fashioned a makeshift water purifier from damaged equipment and devised a plan to navigate a predator-infested valley using sound decoys. By the mission's end, the team had not only survived but thrived. They returned to the Federation base with valuable data and resources, earning accolades from their peers. RailTK approached Aaron. His respect for her and her species solidified. "You humans," he began, his tone thoughtful. "You find a way, no matter the odds. It's remarkable." Aaron smiled, her eyes reflecting both pride and humility. "It's what we do. The universe throws challenges at us, and we throw ourselves right back. That's the human way." RailTK's antennae twitched in agreement. In that moment, he understood why Earth was called a death world. It wasn't just the planet's dangers that earned it the title. It was the people who called it home. Earth wasn't a death world because it wanted to destroy life. It was a death world because it demanded resilience, ingenuity, and an unyielding will to survive. Humans weren't just products of their environment. They were reflections of it. And in the grand tapestry of the galaxy, they were a force unlike any other. As RailTK prepared for his next mission, he felt a surge of excitement. For all their unpredictability, the humans had shown him a new way of thinking. They didn't just endure challenges. They embraced them, transforming obstacles into opportunities. RailTK realized that the galaxy might be vast, but with allies like humans, even the harshest death worlds seemed conquerable. And so, as the stars stretched before him, RailTK carried with him a lesson from the most enigmatic species he'd ever encountered. Survival wasn't just about enduring. It was about thriving, no matter the odds.